Now let's take a look at a typical rejection of your application. In this case, we look again at the case of Mr. Wayne Turner. And here is the cover page of the rejection. It lists the name and the case serial number. Then as we scroll down, you'll see the first page is a summary of the office action. This office action is responsive to the application originally filed in March 21 of 2023. The original claims 1 through 31 are pending, and he objected to some text in claims 3 and 20 and rejected everything. The drawing, he accepted the drawings. Let's go to the detail office action. So basically, we submitted a prior art citation in what is called an information disclosure statement. So he accepted that. The specification, he considered it and indicated that claim 5 was rejected under section 112 because of indefiniteness. And so he indicated the reason why is that right here, this language is indefinite because the meaning of this limitation called a BPCE connection and opposite a milk container connection and a cap and a milk container is unclear. And he says, is the BPCE connection and is opposite a cap and a milk container, or whether the cap and the milk container were further limited. So we fix that by amending the claim. Then there's a rejection called a 102 rejection. So that rejection says that your invention is identical to another prior art. That means that every component of the claim is met by the prior art. And so he used this prior art called Silver, which is a publication called in the year 2011, and its serial number 0071466A1. And so he mapped each and every element of claim 1 into Silver, and he needs to do that in order for a 102 to be successful. This is contrasted with an obviousness rejection, which we will discuss later. Basically, he just mapped every claim to Silver reference. And so there are 31 claims and he just rejected every one of them. Then he goes into what is called a 103 rejection, or what is called obviousness rejection. So an obviousness rejection requires 2 or more references. In the claim, there might be a part of the claim is satisfied by one reference and part of a claim is satisfied by another reference. And so a 103 rejection would say these 2 references are in the same field, so somebody skilled in this area would have consulted both and would have known that this is obvious. So he recites some factor on obviousness under 103 by determining the scope of the prior art and then determining the differences between the prior art and the claims, and then you resolve that by somebody's skill in the area. So that's basically that. So in this case, he rejected claims 2 and 19 as obvious or unpatentable over Silver, and another reference called Jaeger-Waldau 2010 0049122. And he says that somebody skilled in the art would have known to combine because Silver does not disclose a soft plastic material or soft rubber material, and that Jaeger-Waldau discloses a breast pump with a valve made from soft plastic and soft rubber, and so therefore combining the 2 would be obvious. Claim 4 was rejected over a different reference. So in this case, claim 4 was rejected over Sherman and Ji Jing. It's a Chinese patent application, CN 211068302. He mapped the combination here. And then basically he indicated claims 3 and 20 were allowable, so we were lucky in this case. And he gave his name and phone number so that we can call. So that's basically the rejection of the claim. So how did we respond to the rejection? What we did was to modify the claim through an amendment, and we added language wherein the ODB includes an adjustment tab and an adjustable sleeve having an adjustment slot. So that rendered the entire claim set allowable, because if claim 1 is allowable, then all the dependent claims are allowable. And ultimately, you'll see that that resulted in the allowance of the case when we talk to the examiner. Now let's look at the examiner's interview of our discussion with him. So he sends out a form called Applicant Initiated Interview Summary. So you want to initiate the call with the examiner because on their own they won't call you. In the interview form here we have the primary examiner me and inventor Wayne Turner, and then we discuss why we're different. The examiner will conduct a subsequent search before he'll reconsider his opinion. And we were successful in convincing the examiner that the case as amended is patentable, and that's ultimately allowed. So now let's look at the issue patent. It has the patent number, and it has the inventor's name, the date of the patent. It has the title in item 54, the applicant Wayne Turner in 71. The inventor is also the same. And it lists the serial number of the application as well as a filing date and then any continuation information. It'll list the references that was used in considering the patentability of the application. Then it also lists the primary examiner, Scott J. Medway, the attorney, agent, or firm. That the firm is Patent PC, and then the agent happens to be Bautran. That's me. And then it lists the abstract on the front page. If you go down, you'll see a representative image there. You'll see more drawings, and notice each drawing has numbers that then are used to discuss in the text. Then you'll see that the major parts would include the field of the invention, the background of the invention, the brief summary of the invention, and then the detailed description, where all those numbers in the drawings, they're all described and interrelated so that somebody skilled in the art would know how to implement the invention. And then last but not least, you'll see the claim. So here's a claim 1, and is an apparatus claim right here. Claim 12 is a method claim, like a recipe. And that's the issue patent. And then from now on, Mr. Turner can licensee and talk frankly about the invention. So we wish him good luck in making lots of money from his invention. That's the whole point of the patent system. Thank you, and we look forward to working with you.